Hey YouTubers, how's it going? The more astute followers of my YouTube channel will notice a difference as of today. That is a swapped out radio. So what we've got here is the Yaesu FTdx1200 is gone. It is sitting over there on the floor, and I'm going to package that up and sell that machine. And what we have here is an Icom IC756 Pro 3, which I bought used, obviously, because they no longer make these. And I bought it off a fellow in Toronto. Why the change? It's a long story. I've gone through several rigs in the past year or so, and it has ended up costing me a bootload of money. But that's what ham radio is to me. I would like to try as many radios as I possibly could if I had the funds. And so how did it all start? So I used to have an Icom 756 Pro. This is 2 generations later than that. But I love that old Pro. I used it for several years. And when I finally got the itch to change it out, I went for the Yaesu FTdx1200. And because the display was much sharper, looked like Yaesu was going to be, offering some pretty credible competition to the Icom line, at least with regards to digital signal processing and the display and all those goodies. So I tried that machine. It was defective. It was a store demo model, and right away I took it back to them and said, no, I need something better than this. This isn't working right. So at that time, my wife said, well, why don't you spring for a natural radio you know you're going to like. So I went for the Icom 7600, and I had that for a short time. The problem with the 7600 is it was no different than the 756 Pro series. Button layout's the same. Spectrum, the band scope, the same. I mean, sure, it had some improvements, but they were negligible. And so I said, I don't want to have all this money wrapped up into one rig. So I unloaded that rig, and I wanted a different experience. I went from that to a Yaesu again, FTdx1200, and that's the one I've just taken out of this slot. An okay radio, nothing really wrong with it. I didn't like that it didn't have a live updating scope. I didn't realize that I am now dependent on that and really use it to my advantage, using the hold button and a couple of tricks you've got up your sleeve. If you really know how to take advantage of these spectrum scopes, you can hunt down tons of QSOs in no time. So I missed that 756 Pro. It kept digging at me that I had this Yaesu, and although the display on it was beautiful, it always sounded like the band was dead on it. I don't know if that was the noise reduction just being overcooked, which I found it to be. I had mine set at the absolute minimum noise reduction of 1, and I still found it to be giving that watery sound, which I just hate. I like setting this radio at the threshold just before that stupid watery sound starts, and I back it off a little bit. That's where it stays. So here I am, back with a Pro 3 now. So got a really nice clean unit, not a scratch on it. Got a brand new mic as well, the SM20 microphone that goes with the rig. Unfortunately, I forgot the power cord. It's still at the other guy's house. What I've rigged up here is I just shoved some wires into the socket so that I can do some receiving and demonstrating of the radio, but I am definitely not going to transmit with that setup. So just receiving on the radio right now and getting reaccustomed to all the menu options on it, and looks like this one is going to be here a while. So that's the saga of me losing money on every rig that I swap out. But to me, that's part of the ham radio experience. We all know that this is a money-sucking hobby. We all know that. We try to hide what's going on from the XYLs. Mine's way too smart for that. She knows the rig numbers. That's it for now. I will follow up with something else shortly. Thanks for watching.